Today on Libertas video, we review this Epic Armoury Bazuband. 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 I don't know. It's one of those. Welcome to Libertas Video, the channel dedicated to encouraging, entertaining, and inspiring you through costume and prop, builds, and reviews. Now, this gauntlet that we're going to be talking about today will be linked in the description below. That will be an affiliate link, so if you use it, it will help us out at no additional cost to you. Also, you can connect with us on Instagram and Facebook at Libertas Video, and if you find this video useful, like and subscribe. As we've already established, I don't know the correct pronunciation of this particular Bazuband. However, it is made by Epic Armoury and it is based off of a design used by the Persian soldiers during the 12th to 14th century. So this protects all the way up from the forearm to the hand, protects the thumb as well. Everything is strapped together with this really nice top grain leather. We have chainmail that protects the wrist but also connects the handguard to the forearm armor. It is made out of a 19 gauge steel, so it is meant for LARPing, so it can take a fair amount of abuse. However, very good for reenactment purposes as well as costuming application. So if you're a fan of this channel, you might be wondering why we're even spending the time to review this product. And it reminds me back in my days when I was making my fan films. I was on a tight budget and a tight timeline. I was looking for the coolest armor that gave me the most bang for my buck and could be used again and again. And I think that makes this a wonderful candidate. And it comes back to the mission statement of this channel: to encourage, entertain, and inspire through costume and prop builds and reviews. So if you're out there looking for some of the coolest armor that's going to give you the most bang for your buck, this is one of those things. Even though it's based off a 12th to 14th century Persian armor, I think this could fit very well on an assassin from Assassin's Creed. It would be just as applicable in Sherwood Forest if you wanted to do a Robin Hood costume. Heck, this could even go back and be on a Templar. I think it has such a great look to it that's so versatile. I even bought it for a futuristic movie. I think it has that much application to it. So I think this is a wonderful candidate for anybody who's looking for a really cool looking gauntlet. So what are some of the pros of this gauntlet? And I should say gauntlets because they do come as a pair. I'm just wearing the one on my right arm. One, it looks really good. I mean, you can see it from here. This thing looks fantastic. The craftsmanship is just superb. A lot of the stuff that Epic Armoury makes looks really good. It also wears really well. You can tell I'm just wearing a t-shirt, but you know, it fits completely fine. It would probably fit a little bit better if I was wearing a pair of gloves and a gambeson, but this thing does a fantastic job. And like I said before, this thing can hit so many time periods. It has so much application. I could see someone buying this and using it for multiple costumes. So that is awesome. There are only two particular downsides that I see to this gauntlet. One of them being that it is particularly large. I mean, you can see that it protects your elbow once you kind of straighten out your arm, which is not a bad thing. It's great for protection. However, you know, it is something that I was surprised by how big it was when I purchased it. So something to consider if you're looking for a similar gauntlet. Additionally, it is on the more expensive side of the budget-friendly props and costumes and stuff that we review. Two reasons for it. One of it being that Epic Armoury doesn't really mass produce a whole lot of its stuff. I mean, they have really high craftsmanship, but they kind of supply some of this stuff in limited quantities. So that kind of explains the price range. And it's using some really good materials. I mean, 19 gauge steel and the top grain leather. It's nothing to, you know, put up your nose at. So, you know, it does give a reasoning behind it. However, once you start considering the fact that it has such a wide application, you can use it on multiple costumes going forward in the future, I think it is an incredible value. So definitely love this gauntlet. So who is this gauntlet for? Well, I think it's for someone who's really looking for a beautiful, kind of unique looking gauntlet that also has a touch of simplicity. I know that's kind of strange for a channel like us where we like to focus in on details where we can. But I think the simplicity of this gauntlet really pays off. I also think it's for someone who could see themselves using this gauntlet on various costumes, who, you know, could see themselves using it on a Robin Hood costume, and then an assassin costume, and then on a Templar costume if they wanted to. It has a lot of application, and I think it's going to really pay dividends for someone who wants to use it for that. Additionally, I think someone who is really into LARPing probably could benefit from this. It's got some pretty nice protective qualities, could take a beating. Epic Armoury is kind of focused in on making LARP stuff, so I think this is an awesome opportunity for anybody who, you know, loves really cool looking stuff, but also is using it functionally. At the end of the day, I would highly recommend this Bazuband to anybody in the market for an awesome looking gauntlet. There is a darkened version as well, which has a little bit more texture. This is the polished version. We'll be putting links to both of those in the description below. That's gonna wrap up our review on these Bazubands by Epic Armoury. As always, you can connect with us on Instagram and Facebook at Libertas Video. And if you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up so other people can find it as well. And if you're a fan of what we're doing here on this channel, like and subscribe. That's gonna do it for us here. We'll see you on the next Libertas video.